Peace. This is a meat and potato sorcery production starring myself, the Water Alchemist, and I want to talk to the occult family about Hollywood and occultism and mistakes that people make on the outside looking in. I want to say this. One thing that amuses me, it no longer gets a rise out of me, is that when people are presumptuous and thinking that everything that they see on TV is some occult ritual. Let me say this, and I want to be expressly clear. Usually, dynamic practitioners are behind the scenes. They act like a de facto government, just like you may think that this president runs the whole show. No, there's corporations and there's other people behind the president. Well, you have to take that same thing when it comes to dealing with the occult in Hollywood. Hollywood deals with illusion. So sometimes any form of publicity is good publicity because it keeps you relevant. So the people that you think are into the occult and entertainment probably are not into it. They have somebody behind the scenes that's maybe doing certain rituals. And what they're doing is they'll dress a certain way or they'll say a certain thing or do this. And people like, oh, you see that the devil's horns, they're into the occult. No, they're not into it. That's something they're doing to keep themselves out there. I can give you a story. There was an actress in the 60s named Jane Mansfield. Now, Jane Mansfield was supposed to be this poor woman's version of Marilyn Monroe. So, what did she do? When the Church of Satan burst upon the scene in 1966, allegedly she had joined it and she was a priestess and had romantic ties to Anton LaVey. And the thing was, that was to keep her relevant. She was not in the Church of Satan like that. And you could read the book, The Church of Satan, which is a large treatise by Michael Aquino. You can read that book. She just did that to be relevant. Now, what happened? She had a manager, Sam Brody, and him and Anton LaVey kind of agreed to disagree. So what ended up happening? James Mansfield, she ends up dying in the late 60s, and her manager ended up dying in a car crash. And it was alleged that Anton LaVey, he didn't curse Jane Mansfield, but he did curse the manager. So the lesson is that real occultists, they do what they have to do behind the scenes. So you can't get caught up on that. And for those that don't know, James Mansfield's daughter is Mariska Hargitay from Law and Order. That's her daughter. So you have to be aware. And I always laugh when people speak about satanic rituals and one have done maybe surface research on Satanism. It goes beyond Anton LaVey. It goes beyond Elvis Levi and transcendental magic that people want to pull out. It goes beyond all those things. When your occult DNA starts changing and you start working with demons on a regular basis, they'll let you know what's legitimate and what isn't legitimate. Anyone can let you know that. That could be Lucifer. It can be Belial. It can be in King Paimon because King Paimon loves entertainment. So he'll let you know if something's real or they're just doing this to, sell records, be the talk of some TV host. They will let you know. So don't get caught up on that. Just like I had an interesting channel last week. It was from deceased and former Patriot tight end Aaron Hernandez. And Aaron Hernandez did, he did engage in that murder. And that's unfortunate. But the thing that Aaron Hernandez told me, because of his sexual orientation, he was getting blackmailed. And that came from Aaron Hernandez. And unless you saw him play at the University of Florida or play for the Patriots, it's like Aaron Hernandez does not exist. unless you go to YouTube, because he's all but been removed from the Patriots. And again, entertainment. Are there certain rituals that happen as far as it goes with dealing with Saturnian magic and that? Yes, a lot of things do happen in sports, in entertainment. Why? Because it's entertainment. So don't get caught up on that. So with that, that is your meat and potato sorcery for the day. I am the Water Alchemist. Be water, my friends. Peace.